Welcome to Magical Toy Box Tales, a magical world where stories come to life and adventure is everywhere. Hi, friends. I'm Sluggle Sprout. Ready to dream, imagine, and explore. Every story is filled with wonder, fun, and surprises just for you. Let's make new friends, discover new worlds, and have so much fun together. Alright friends, it's story time. Let's sit nicely, get our ears wide open, and get ready to listen closely. I can see some eager faces already. Well done! Who's ready to hear an amazing story? Okay, here we go.
The Lion Who Was Scared of His Own Roar. Once upon a time, in the heart of the golden savanna, where the grass swayed like waves in the wind and the acacia trees stretched their branches toward the sky, there lived a young lion named Leo. Leo was no ordinary lion. His paws were as big as dinner plates, his mane was fluffier than a cloud, and he had something that made him stand out even more, a roar louder than any lion had ever had before. But Leo didn't like his roar. Every time he let out even the tiniest growl, the ground rumbled beneath him. Birds would burst from the trees, zebras would jump and scatter, and even the elephants, the biggest animals of all, would flap their ears in surprise. It made Leo feel terrible. I don't want to scare everyone, he thought. Maybe if I stay quiet, I won't bother anyone. So, Leo stopped roaring. He spoke only in whispers. When the other young lions practiced their mighty calls at sunset, he pretended to yawn or conveniently have something stuck in his teeth. One summer, the rains didn't come. The once sparkling river shrank until it was nothing more than a muddy trickle. The leaves on the trees turned brown and brittle, and the sun felt hotter than ever. The animals of the savanna gathered at the watering hole, staring at the dry, cracked earth where water used to flow. "The river is almost gone," cried Tula the giraffe, stretching her long neck to look in every direction. "We must find another water source, or we will all go thirsty," said Babu the buffalo, stomping his heavy hooves. "The elephants say there's a great lake beyond the distant hills," said Zula the zebra, her black and white stripes coated in dust. "But it's too far for us to reach without help." The animals needed to call for the distant herds, the ones who lived by the lake. Maybe they could guide them there. "But how?" asked Monarchies. "Our voices won't reach that far." The zebras neighed. Even the elephants trumpeted, raising their trunks high. But their voices barely echoed beyond the trees. Tula turned her big, gentle eyes to Leo. "Leo, your roar is the loudest in the land. If you call for help, they will hear you." Leo's heart pounded. He had spent his whole life trying not to roar. He had buried his voice deep inside, afraid of the way it shook the world. What if he scared everyone? What if his roar was too loud, too much? His paws trembled. His ears drooped. I can't," he whispered. The animals looked at him with hope in their eyes. The cubs huddled close to their mothers, their little tongues dry from thirst. A baby elephant tried to sip from the empty riverbed, but only dust rose up. Leo swallowed hard. This wasn't about being too loud. This was about being brave. And deep inside, something told him that this time, being heard was exactly what he needed to do. Leo took a deep, deep breath. He closed his eyes and planted his paws firmly on the ground. He felt the strength of his ancestors, the mighty lions before him, and the courage of every animal around him. Then, from the very depths of his chest, he let out a roar. It shook the trees. It rippled through the grasslands. It echoed across the hills and valleys, carried by the wind like a song of thunder. Birds took flight, not in fear, but as messengers. The ground trembled, not in danger, but with power. And far, far away, they heard him. Beyond the hills, the distant herds lifted their heads. The elephants by the lake flapped their ears. The antelopes twitched their ears. The wildebeest stamped their hooves. "They need help," cried an old rhino. Without hesitation, the herds began to move. The elephants led the way, their mighty steps pounding the earth. The wildebeests and zebras followed, kicking up clouds of dust as they rushed toward the savanna. And soon, like a great river of life, they arrived. They guided the thirsty animals toward the great lake, where the water sparkled in the golden sunlight. The cubs splashed in the cool water, the elephants sprayed their backs, and the zebras drank deeply, their bellies full and happy. Leo watched, his heart swelling with something he hadn't felt before, pride. His roar, the thing he had always feared, had turned out to be his greatest gift. From that day on, Leo never hid his voice again. He still spoke softly when needed, but when it was time to stand up, to be heard, to help others, he roared with all his heart. And when the animals heard it, they didn't run away. They cheered. And under the soft glow of the setting sun, as the savanna rested once more, Leo lifted his head, took a deep breath, and let out a final gentle, happy roar into the twilight sky. The end.
Leo learns that his big roar, something he used to feel shy about, is actually a special gift. He realizes that speaking up, even when it feels scary, can help others and even save the day. Being brave doesn't mean you're never afraid, it means doing the right thing, even when you are. Leo finds his courage not just for himself, but for his friends, showing that true strength comes from the heart. This story teaches us to believe in ourselves, be confident, and use our voices to help others. Do you enjoy today's story? There are so many more waiting for you. Click subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the bell so you never miss on the next exciting tale.